Did the Trump Tower bomber release a manifesto revealing the truth of the mystery drones? Well, that's what's being claimed, so let's talk about it. Get in here, this is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Yeah, this is coming from the Sean Ryan podcast, where he had a gentleman on.
Hey, what's up? We're doing an emergency episode here with Sam Shoemate, former intelligence analyst, and we are covering the Green Beret that bombed Trump Hotel in Vegas. Sam received an email from the Green Beret in kind of like a manifesto. A little nervous to do this one, but here we go. It'll be out later today.
Okay, so let's go through the email. All right, this is what the Trump Tower bomber sent that gentleman about the mystery drones. In case I do not make it to my decision point or on the Mexico border, I am sending this now, according to this email. And of course, there's no way to verify any of this. I'm not saying any of this is real or genuine. But this is what's being presented on the Sean Ryan show, and he runs a great show, and I have no reason to doubt that this came from the source that's claimed. So let's just go through it. Please do not release this until 1st of January and keep my identity private until then. First off, I'm not under duress or hostile influence. What we have been seeing with drones is the operational use of gravitic propulsion systems, powered aircraft by most recently China in the East Coast, but throughout history the U.S. Only we and China have this capability. Our OPSIN location for this activity is in the box below. China has been launching them from the Atlantic from submarines for years, but this activity recently has picked up. As of now, it is just a show of force, and they are using it similar to how they used the balloon for Senate and ISR, which are also part of the integrated comm system. There are dozens of these balloons in the air at any given time. And of course, we do know that that is true, that there were a lot of balloons, and maybe we still are, not just the famous one that was shot down. So what is because of the speed and stealth of these unmanned AC. They are the most dangerous threat to national security that has ever existed. They basically have an unlimited payload capacity and can park it over the White House if they wanted. It's checkmate. The U.S. government needs to give the history of this, how we are employing it and weaponizing it, how China is employing them, and what the way forward is. China is poised to attack anywhere in the East Coast. I've been followed for over a week now from likely Homeland or FBI, and they are looking to move on me and are unlikely to let me cross into Mexico, but won't because they know I am armed and I have a massive VBIED. I don't know what that means. I've been trying to maintain a very visible profile and have kept my phone, and they are definitely digitally tracking me. I have knowledge of this program and also war crimes that were covered up during airstrikes in Nimruz province, Afghanistan in 2019. And he goes on. So yeah, there's no way to verify or corroborate any of this. Does this have anything to do with the bombing? Is this all, disinformation, or was he used for some purpose by somebody, fed disinformation? We don't have any information on that. Obviously, we're still in the fog of war and all of this. We just don't know, and we don't know what we don't know. But certainly shocking claims from the man that died. It looks like he may have killed himself, although there are some that say maybe something else happened before the bomb went off at Trump Tower, or the whatever they were, fireworks, and yeah. So what do you guys think of this? Is it China? Is that who is behind the mystery drones? Is that disinformation? That's certainly interesting. The Pentagon has told us that it's not a foreign actor behind this, that it's not Russia, it's not China. They've also said it's not us, But they've also said it's all hobbyists, and we know that's not true. So, unfortunately, we can't trust what the government is telling us on this, and that's very frustrating. Obviously, this should be a government for the people, of the people, and by the people, but it doesn't seem to be, does it? So, yeah, they are keeping their secrets, and so we are kind of left to figure this out ourselves. And, I can't figure this out. Does it make any sense for this to be Chinese drones as some sort of show of force? I mean, they're shutting down, right, Pat? They're over our military bases. It's definitely a show of force that could explain why so many drones were pursuing that Coast Guard lifeboat or rescue boat. It could explain a lot. It could explain potentially why they are not showing up, why the heat signatures of these things aren't showing up on thermal, why their engines aren't showing up on thermal. If gravitic engines work differently than a battery that would be emitting heat. Gravitic technology seems to have been around for a while. I don't know if they were ever able to get this stuff operational in the way they wanted. There's conflicting information about that, but yeah, go research Townsend and all that kind of stuff. They were definitely into it back in the day. Did they actually get it to work? Did they get it functional for operational purposes? I don't know, but it's a fascinating line of research, and there's definitely some there. Because of the veil of secrecy and because they are not being straight with us, we don't know how far down that rabbit hole really goes or what they were able to do with that technology. But yeah, I mean, it could theoretically explain what's going on, but it could not. It's not going to explain the shape-changing UFOs, the orbs that become drones. But again, we don't really have solid corroboration that that is actually happening. We have a few cases where it looks like that's what's happening, and it would be fascinating if that were true, but we don't know for sure. So, yeah, absolutely, this could explain it, or it could not. This could be disinformation, or it could be just a troubled man sending out, his irrational thoughts or his incorrect thoughts. Now, the bomber isn't saying that he has any direct inside information. He's not, he's not necessarily speaking as somebody that's involved in any of these programs or has actual information. This could all be speculative on his part. So yeah, important to keep that in mind. Just because somebody is in the military or even in the intelligence industry does not mean they actually have knowledge of these deep level programs or of the phenomenon itself. So just something to keep in mind. Also, he was texting interesting stuff like this. I rented a Tesla truck. It's the shit. I'm building drones in my new position and you would love it. He sent out shortly before the bomb went off. He's building drones and he's talking about drones. He's talking about gravitic drones. Was he building gravitic drones? I mean, we need more information on this. We need some corroboration on this. And it is, again, very likely that this is all speculative on his part, that he is just, thinking that this must be the answer because, he knows that we have been working on this technology and presumably China has as well. Gravitic technology does exist. He could be just connecting some dots where they're not necessarily a connection. He may not be thinking of this in terms of NHI. He may not be a UFO guy. And so he may not, be thinking in those terms at all. So, yeah, just something to keep in mind. We need a lot more information than we have right now. But it's a super interesting, juicy story. Obviously, a tragic death of this individual. Could have been much worse. Others could have died as well. But fascinating information. So let me know what you guys think. Does this explanation satisfy you? Is this the explanation? Or is, this, the ramblings of a disturbed individual? Let me know what you guys think about it all in the comments below. Like and subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. And I will see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.